What exactly is Kali? Is this like some Hinduism version of Satan?
Kind of. So Kali is a demon.
Yeah.
It's an entity. It's a spirit. And Kali is the closest that you can come to Satan. So 3 of the 4 legs of Dharma are broken in Kaliyug. And so it's only 1/4 left, basically, Dharma. So Kali is strong. Everybody's good. Everything is hunky-dory in a Satyug, right? But people are not all Sattvic, right? There are 3 gunas that we have. There's the age is also getting shortened. Our lifespans will get shortened in the Kaliyug.
How
And
much?
I think if I remember correctly, in Vishnu Puran, it would come down.
Oh, damn, really? I think we're quite clear on what exactly a Yuga is. And I
Right.
want to focus on the Yuga which we're currently in, which is the Kali Yuga.
Kaliyug.
To start off, what exactly is Kali? Is this like some Hinduism version of Satan or?
Kind of. So Kali is a demon.
Yeah.
It's an entity. It's a spirit. And Kali is the closest that you can come to Satan.
Okay.
In our texts. So otherwise there is no blanket evil, or a being who is completely evil in Hinduism. Like you have Satan or Shaitan, There's no such concept in Hinduism. But Kali comes closest to this concept because Kali is instigating people to do sinful activities. And if you read the stories, if you read the Bhagavad Puran, there's a whole mention, there's an episode which is mentioned where Parikshit, who is the first king in the Kaliyug, he encounters Kali. And Kali is breaking the legs of a bull. And Parikshit sees it, while roaming around his kingdom, and he stops him from doing it. And Kali says that you cannot stop me, my time has come now. So, and this bull represents Dharma. 3 of the 4 legs of Dharma are broken in Kaliyug. It's standing on only 1 leg. And so it's only 1/4 left, basically, Dharma. So Kali is strong, right? And Parikshit says that you cannot, be so impudent in my kingdom that, you are roaming around hurting animals and all that. So Kali says, okay, grant me a place in your kingdom. And Parikshit says, okay, you can live in 4 places. So where there is wealth, gold, basically, where there's alcohol, where there is violence, slaughterhouses, and where there is illicit sex.
So that's like a symbolic representation for today.
Yes.
Okay.
So wherever you find these things, see, that is most of the fights today are because of these things. Either people are drunk or they're fighting over property or money or about a woman, or, there's illicit things happening,
Yes.
So all these places are where Kali resides. So Kali rules because these places are growing. And that is why Kali has a sway over us right now.
So my question is, before we go a little bit deeper into this, what is the point of the Kaliyug? Like, why are the gods allowing such a demon to come here in the first place?
Right. That's a very pertinent question, Sued. I feel this is a necessary offshoot of a Satyug. Everybody's good. Everything is hunky-dory in a Satyug, right? But people are not all Sattvic, right? There are 3 gunas that we have. There's Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. So Sattvic is the mode of goodness, Rajasic is the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance is Tamasic. All of us are a mix of these 3 gunas. So in Satyug, there's a preponderance of Sattva guna. Most of the people are Sattvic, but there will be some tendencies, right? Every Sattvic person now and then will do something which is Rajasic, might do something which is Tamasic, right? Now, if you remember the first podcast, we talked about karma.
Yes.
It all ties up. Over the yugas, all these Sattvic tendencies are going down with every yuga.
Yes.
The Rajasic tendencies are going up. And by the time of Kaliyug, the Tamasic tendencies have come up. They need a release. So Kaliyug is like that pressure valve.
Okay.
That allows all that pent up Tamasic energy to release. It is meant to happen. It will happen.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle. Only when all this Tamasic energy has been released, that's when you go back to the Sattvic Yuga, which is Satyug.
Okay. So when are we going into the Satyug?
So according to the scriptures, this is a long time. So because Kaliyug is 4,32,000 years, a lot of people do not believe it will take that long. But again, it's hard to say because our scriptures do not give us a clear idea, clear indication. There are some astrological conjunctions that are mentioned regarding the birth of Kalki,
Yes.
but that can be repeated. There are
Do we know-
multiple time points
Do we
where.
know when he's being born?
So that's what I'm saying. The same conjunctions can happen multiple times. So we don't know for sure that it will be this year or this year or this year, but those conjunctions are given. So it's anybody's guess right now. I think this Yuga theory is the most misunderstood theory, because the numbers are way off the normal historical
Yes.
narrative that we have, and even I don't understand it completely. That how there is a huge gap, but even if we reduce it, I would still say this at least a few hundred or thousands of years. Because it can't just be 5,000 years of Kaliyug. Aryabhat stated that Kaliyug began in 3,102 BC. So it's about 5,000 years of Kaliyug that have passed.
You got another 4,27,000 years.
Yeah. So it might not be that long,
Right,
but
of course.
hard to say.
So, my question now is about what did the Puran say about the Kaliyug in terms of specific details of how it will be?
So again, Vishnu Puran also very clearly defines, how things would be. There'll be people who are fighting for money. Brothers will be fighting with each other. Agreements will not have any meaning. Kings will be chosen basis their property. And the one who's the learned Brahmin the one who has more power, more clout would be considered a learned Brahmin instead of actual knowledge. Women will be more free to commit adultery, etc. And puberty would happen very young, at a very young age.
Does
people-
that mean we're sort of aging faster in a way?
Kind of, yes. The age is also getting shortened. Our lifespans will get shortened in the Kaliyug.
To how
And-
much?
So, in fact, I think if I remember correctly, in Vishnu Puran, it would come down to the 20s or something.
Oh, damn, really? So, like 20s will be like the average age of.
Yeah.
I mean, the world will become so corrupt.
The world will probably
brushed.
become very toxic. The way we are headed with global warming, with a looming nuclear war, it is just waiting to happen. We don't know what would
Well,
happen.
I am almost 20, so.
Yeah,
No, it could be a biochem war.
it could be biochemical warfare, it could be nuclear warfare. We don't know what would be the effect of radiation, what would be the lifespan that we would end up with. So, and when all this is happening, that is when Kalki would come. So, again, I would suggest reading Vishnu Puran. It's very, very descriptive.
What would the Kalki avatar come and do?
So Kalki's first task, broadly the Vishnu Puran, the Bhagavad Puran, and many other Purans actually mention Kalki Avatar, and his task is to destroy evil. And I think as we discussed in the second podcast about Parshuramji, that Kalki will be the new Parshuram. So he will destroy all evil beings, not just kings. All evil people in the world will be destroyed. And besides that, the Kalki Puran, which is a minor Puran, it gives a detailed story of Kalki, where where will he be born, what is the name of his parents, where would he study, he'll learn from Parshuramji, and which are the kings he would fight, what places he would visit, who will be his wife. There's a princess from Lanka who he would marry and stuff like that. So, and then he'll pray to Shiva and get some boons. So all those details are mentioned.
But how could they mention the future with so much of accuracy? Like, where do they get this kind of intel and knowledge from?
See, so Purans, as I said, are written by Ved Vyas, and Ved Vyas was a Trikaldarshi. He's an immortal, he's a Chiranjeevi, and he has that divine vision. So he can see the past and he can see the future. And that is why even in Vishnu Puran, I'm saying that, the future, the Purans were written in the Dwapar Yuga, before the beginning of Kaliyug. But still the Purans mention the forthcoming dynasties of Kaliyug.
And they've all turned out to be true in the last
Yes.
so many thousand years.
Yes. So, Kalki Puran is one of the few Purans that is purely about the
Futuristic.
future avatar.